punk rock girl. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, do you have a bell? She looked at me and smiled and said she did not know. Punk rock girl, give me a chance. Let's go slam dance to a dress like Minnie Pearl. Just you and me, punk rock girl.
I'll give you 5 seconds to catch your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go to the beach, yeah, I get you bum bum. Go to the beach, yeah, I get you bum bum. Go to the streets and I get you bum bum. Go to the streets, yeah, I get you bum bum. Yeah, I get you bum bum. I get you bum bum. I get you run and I get you run run. I get you run, get your kid on. Go to the streets and I get you run run. Go to the streets and I get you bum bum. Fuck now, homie, don't shake. Silk's real, leather's fake. Say your DJ at my wake. Box pass, show up late. 'Cause homie, don't shake. 'Cause homie, don't shake. 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 Crew cut, copy paste. Champagne in my cornflakes. Blacked out, show up late. 'Cause homie, don't shake. All day, MIA. Tell your boss I need a raise. Copped out, curb your snake. 'Cause homie, don't shake. Shake. Is that Joe?
Oh, Chad, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
Lingering with Luke, September 10th, 2025. And tonight, we're here. We're here. I'm in a bad mood, Chad, as you might imagine. I'm pissed off right now.
Tell me about it.
But are you? Something's going on with your sound.
Is it probably the cicadas? I'm walking my dog.
That's exactly what it is. I was about to say. It sounded like cicadas. Say
You
hi.
tell me about it. I'll go on mute for a few while I
Yeah.
finish this walk.
Yeah. Anastasia says, "Hey, Luke." Hi, Anastasia. Well, Trent pissed me off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing up. I will say that Trent's pretty much dead to me. Has he deleted this? Yeah, here it is. No more tolerance for Trent. He's a retard, and I've been very nice to Trent. We put up with his bullshit. We try to include him in things, and then he's an attention fucking whore. So here, let me zoom in here because nobody's gonna be able to see this. He says shit like this just to get just for the attention. Just for the attention. Trent tweeted, I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk, who purposely went out of his way to troll and harass those he didn't agree with. Let's focus on the innocent children in Colorado who are at school. I keep seeing that point too from leftists. So let's focus on the school shooting that happened today. Shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about the school shooting. You're also not even saying anything with that. They think they're making a fucking point. They're not. But my point was, yeah, that's Don the Jeweler just said. We've all been too nice to Trent. That's honestly where I'm at this point because fuck off, dude. He's a sack of shit. I put up with a lot of bullshit from Trent over the years, and he's just a bad guy. I'm completely out on him. Don't fucking contact me again. And then, of course, after I unfollowed him at first, I've since blocked him. Of course, he texted me after I unfollowed him. Let me read exactly what he said, just to give you an idea how fucking deluded he is. What did he say? Let's see. I have since blocked Trent, by the way. You unfollowed me because of Charlie Kirk tweet? Yeah, Trent, that's why I unfollowed you, because of a Charlie Kirk tweet. No, you stupid cocksucker. I'm sick. Yesterday you did. I'm going away. Go away. Actually, go away, Trent. That's my suggestion to you. Anyway, so that's where I'm at right now with Trent.
Yeah.
Just fucking go away. I'm not in the mood. Sad day.
Let me
It
know.
is a sad day.
Let me know if the cicadas just get
It's
Absolutely
fine, dude.
terrible.
I was just as long I know it's cicadas. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. They're this time of year. But anyway, no, actually, and I'll say, uh, the Trent stuff. Like this is a big day. This really, I don't know exactly what it's all going to change or whatever. But like, you definitely see it changing online. Like, and this is a pro Barstool network, KMS and all that. I gotta say, I've been out on Portnoy recently, but today he was fucking fantastic. I think Dave nailed it. And kind of the right sentiment. It's like it's not even about any of that. Like
I was
uh,
by no means a
this
huge Charlie Kirk fan.
yeah, but he was a decent human
No, he
being
was exactly. I
who
thought he was
tried
way
right.
too moderate.
Yeah. I've seen some of those takes too from the ANCAP community. Actually, Charlie didn't go hard enough.
Yeah. So, but
But
also just sorry, go ahead.
no. It's just so this is a decent human being, a good family man who actually had values and was a man of faith. And you know what? He did what every liberal or otherwise says you got to do. Like let's go meet people where they are and talk to them and win the debate and ideas and virtue. And he certainly stood for all that. And he would have lefties screaming in his face and would be calm and explain. And what a terrible thing. His family is beautiful. Like he's a very important person. He's easily in the top, I don't know, 20, 25
Yeah.
most recognizable people on the internet right now. I mean, and so this is a massive turning point of some kind. I don't know. Like I see a lot of people that this really did it for them, like both good and bad. Yeah, I've seen takes like Trent, and I've seen a lot of people that were like, "Nah, this shit's too far."
Yeah. No, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. I'm not participating. If you're a leftist, just I'll be honest with you, just stay the fuck away from me because I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm not going to put up with any of your bullshit rhetoric. I'm not listening to any of that fucking shit anymore. It's
Yeah,
disingenuous.
so we're
Half the fucking leftists too think they're smarter than everybody else. They think they can, they don't negotiate in good earnest and goodwill. There's a lot of bullshit going on there. It's like negotiating with the fucking Russians or whatever the fuck, the Chinese. It's all bullshit. So whatever. Fuck the left. I'm done. I'm ready. I hope Trump just goes fucking crazy over the next few days. He's got the moral high ground right now. He can really make some he's got some leeway for the next couple days. And every time and everything the left does to try to fucking fight it's going to just backfire. They're going to look like fucking assholes. Because whatever, I don't know if you saw the video of what's her name, the stupid bitch in Congress, Boebert. It's like calling for a moment of silence, and then the leftists are like, "No, we're not going to do that." It's like, you're so fucking stupid. You're never going to win another election ever again.
That was so terrible with Congress screaming over that. Are you kidding me? Like you can't take a moment of silence.
They're
Like
so fucking
I don't
stupid.
care. I don't care left, right, or fucking black or blue. Like it don't matter. Like come on now. Like
And
anybody that thinks this is a good thing that a 31-year-old guy got gunned down is just absolutely terrible.
And you know what we saw today, I don't know if you saw the video. I saw the video twice. I've been trying to avoid it the rest of the day, but it was all over
I
the
did,
timeline.
and it's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's brutal. That's why I was like, he's dead. And then I kept seeing like he's still alive, and I'm like, I don't think so, man.
I saw that, and you know what? I know you probably did. Like, I was ex-military. I immediately there was a couple military hardos that came out that were like, I'm sorry, this cage just got really loud. A couple military hardos that were like, I've never seen anybody survive from a shot like that, or like,
Yeah.
no, like you saw it, you're like, no, that's you could take a bullet in some spots and be fine, but that ain't it. Like,
well, in the zoomed out video too, I thought he got shot in the chest, and I thought he was dead. I was like, oh, he got shot, looked like almost center of chest with a rifle round. He's done. But I guess it was actually his neck, and as we saw it, horrific image there.
Terrible.
There's something I want to know what's going on with the guy, the fucking old boomer that got arrested and was like saying I have the right to remain silent. There's a reason why that guy there's something there.
I think
something.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I think you're right, and
yeah.
I think that was the immediate spin. Okay, so I got kids, and they came home from school. So I was talking to Elise, and I go, hey, she's like, Charlie Kirk, because she's not really big into this shit, but I'm plugged in,
Mhm.
right? And I'm like, this is a big deal. Like, if she was watching it with me and we talk about it, and I said, I bet you damn well your kids who are like 13 and 16, I said, I bet you they know Charlie Kirk. And sure enough, as soon as they both got home, they're like, did you hear about Charlie Kirk? And she's like, holy shit, they both do know about him. Like, even the young kids knew, you know.
Yeah.
And so he was relevant. And so, anyways, to the point about the old man, I think that was the initial spin. Like, I saw that making the rounds. Like, all of a sudden, there's this guy, and you're like, oh, it's an old conservative white guy that watches CNN. And the point being, when the 13-year-old got home, he goes, yeah, it was some old white guy. And like that, so, you know, you kind of get it out there early. So even though that's not the case, that kind of becomes the narrative. And then you saw the guy with the stuff on the roof and the guys at large. But even the kids, initial, like, oh, it must have been this old white guy because we showed pictures of him, you know, getting
Well,
arrested.
the FBI has the shooter in custody.
Yeah, allegedly. Tell me about it, I guess.
I don't either.
But
All I know is Kash Patel said we have the shooter in custody. So I'd be curious to see. I don't know. I have a feeling that this is going to be some stupid fucking Palestine bullshit. It just feels like it to me.
yeah, I think the image, like I said, just went the rounds that it's this old white guy, but it wasn't, because
Yeah.
then they had the radio feed, like, saying we're looking for a guy black on black with a rifle, you know, and then they showed the roof cam, and who the hell knows? Like, we
I
get
don't know.
10 things of misinformation before we ever get anything.
That was a gun-free zone, though, working as intended.
Well, Charlie Kirk has security team.
I saw that. I saw them carrying him to his car. I didn't realize how big Charlie Kirk was, by the way. He was 6'5".
He's a big guy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I wasn't that into him. Like, I mean, it's fine, but it wasn't. He's definitely not the, like, I'm surprised it was him of all the, I guess probably because he's the most accessible, you know, because he's on those campuses. But I'm surprised of all the people for them to kill, he was the one to kill.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I don't know, you guys fucked up. You killed the guy that literally said, hey, let's have like a discussion and talk this out.
Yeah.
I'm not willing to have that discussion with you. So, and I think there's a lot of other people on the right who are no longer willing to have any sort of discussion. I'm not willing to have any discussion. Fuck it.
Well, absolutely.
I'm ready to start taking people up in fucking helicopters, Chad. Opening up the doors and send them on a fucking flight.
Yeah, well, I saw a lot of that. So this is not a totally left-right thing anymore. I really don't think so. I think that's what something has shifted here. All right, and it's kind of like, I don't think that, you know, 99% of people are that radically left. You know, it's a small faction of people that you know, like, create the image of that. But I think even on the left, I saw like 99% of people today that I saw were like, this shit's too far. Like, we can't have this. Like, it didn't matter if left or right. And then you have just a small percentage of crazies that are like doing dances on TikTok and shit. Like, I don't know, man, but that's all out there today. It's emotion everywhere.
Yeah. Well, and also the Barbarian is inside the gates. We got to get all these fucking foreigners out. We got a lot of cleaning up to do. So I saw Obama tweeting, you know, oh, this is, no matter what you believe, this is horrible. Fuck off. He's the one. I think he played a major role in what happened today.
Well, let's be clear before we're not going to sign, you know, we're not the.
Yeah, I will, but yeah,
We're
ahead.
not the karma police here. We don't have all the information, but absolutely, this does not go to, okay, see, we need to take all the guns, like that kind of shit too. We can't have that either. We can't have like uninformed, unintelligent conversations. Like, yeah, because you know that's where it's going to go. See, even the right could agree. No gun crime. Let's just give them all up. It's like, no.
Yeah, okay. That's literally never happening.
I agree.
Do you want to?
I agree.
Is there anything else you want to talk about on this subject right now, or do you want to kind of get into?
Yeah,
some
I'm
other
sorry.
stuff?
We can move on.
I mean,
We
I
can
don't
move
really.
have it. Yeah.
No.
What,
I mean,
what else is
not
pissing
saying
you
it
off?
to you. I'm the one who was talking about it. I wouldn't say this is pissing me off, but I don't know if you're aware that MM and Mick are apparently an item now.
So, I saw, but I'm not close to that, ma'am. I don't really know a lot about her.
she's pretty awful. Really annoying. Probably she's my age, I believe, because she always goes, we're the same age, Luke. Just really obnoxious, Yenta. And she's been like kind of working her way through all the Minifans. So I guess I don't know. Mick and I are not. I don't know. Mick and I are kind of going through a spot right now. Mick's not been communicating with me at all, but Mick had his tweet about the SSRIs the other day and blaming them for school shootings, which irritated me. And then he's just continued to not invite me on Beyond Average. And now he's consorting with the enemy. So I thought Mick and I were going to be going on a trip to Auschwitz together, sponsored by Dave Portnoy. It sounds like I'm going to be going to Auschwitz by myself. This is Mick also has been completely silent about Israel since he began dating with MM. I think MM's more of like a hot honeypot, like the Mossad was like, we got to get this Mick guy off our case. Send in MM.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
They got Josh Allen.
Also, Haley Steinfeld. Gus Goes West was also irritating me. Gus was trying to raise money by just basically going like, I don't know, Pat Ford started it by giving him $50 to stream for 12 minutes. So then Gus was just like tweeting his Venmo all day. We did discover that Gus and his wife split like Venmo each other for expenses, which is funny. Because of course Gus's Venmo wasn't private. So like earlier in the day, like Gus's wife had like Venmoed him for Taco Bell. So we got that going on.
It is pretty wild to see the shit you could see on your Venmo feed.
Yeah, my Venmo feed's private. But yeah, it's crazy. It's also, I have a theory that I'll go ahead and just say this. Gus and his wife are like, it's like a love on the spectrum type situation where
oh no,
her family owns the house that they were living in. And it was one of those things where like, rather than take care of them at home, they put them in a home together. And then the both sets of parents kind of split responsibility for keeping the two of them alive. Well, the reason why Gus is moving now to Utah is that like he's acting like he's the one that's, what is the high pitched noise? That is cicadas, Murchison's mouse. Gus lost the house. They sold the, I got distracted now. They sold the house and they were telling me you got to get out of it. So Gus and his wife were like, all right, it's fine. We'll just move in with you. So that's why they drove all the way across the country to Utah. And also my theory on why the house was on the market but is now no longer on the market is because the house probably like before Gus moved in, it probably appraised for like $400,000. And after Gus has moved in, it's probably like no longer in sellable condition. So they've got to like get somebody in there. They realized once it was on the market,
Ouch.
the first buyer was like, yeah, I'm not giving you anywhere close to $400,000 for this house. And they were like, oh shit. So they took it down. But anyway, yeah, Gus driving across the country didn't seem to realize anything was going on with Charlie Kirk, which was kind of funny. I appreciate that about Gus.
Yeah. Well, it'd be
That's
nice.
all right, Murchison's mouse. It's fine. I don't mind your mic, Chad. I'm just happy you're here. Oh, I did want to apologize for missing the K gun.
Oh, it's all right. But
Yeah,
yeah,
are you
back
like
now.
moving now?
Hopefully
Because it sounds like you're.
the mic should be much better now.
Oh, did you go
I'm
inside?
stationary in the garage? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's
so-
all right. We already lost our listener.
sorry.
You're
Finishing
fine.
the dog walking for the evening. So yeah,
I did want to apologize for missing the K gun show.
by the way, we're gonna skip over this part again, but the Mick and the SSRIs actually, that's
Yeah.
I would just say that's a rabbit hole I went down, and actually the shooting SSRI connection is pretty disturbing, but I'll let people do that on their own. So
That's fine. If it weren't
anyways.
for SSRIs, I would have shot myself in the face years ago.
sure, and there's success stories too. But anyway,
I'm definitely a success story. It's really, I'll be honest with you, I'm more upset with Mick because he's never had me on Beyond Average.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with
That's
you,
what I mean.
that's the thing that really bothers me.
That's fair.
Let's just, let's cut the shit. Oh, somebody, I think, yeah, that's Chad. I think Chad was breaking up. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep, now I can hear
All
you.
right. So when I switched over to Wi-Fi in the house, it went crazy. I mean, Chad's killing the stream here, but all I said was it checks because you're a P1 Mick guy.
Yeah, it kind of hurts my feelings, and we'll always have a True Romance stream with Mick to look back on, which is completely gone.
They took it
okay.
down?
Oh, no, it was on Twitter and I can't find it anywhere. Breaking from the leading report says breaking FBI Director Kash Patel says the person they took into custody for the assassination of Charlie Kirk has been released. The assassin is still on the loose. Is that 2 people now?
Mm,
Ugh.
I don't know.
Yikes.
What else is grinding your gears, by the way? Coming in, you're fired up. There's a couple things.
I'm really pissed. Marshall's not going to win another fucking game this year. Or they're not going to win a game this year. Not another
We're already out on Tony Gibson. Totally out.
I don't know. I think Tony Gibson should have been hired. Mick is a farm leaguer. Mick's a P1 farm league guy. He just doesn't really participate. Tony Gibson should have been hired back in 2005 when Bobby Pruitt resigned. That would instead of hiring Mark Snyder, they should have brought in Tony Gibson. That was the perfect time because Tony Gibson, I can tell, he wants his team. His whole philosophy is just outdated. It's just not going to work these days. He's the kind of guy, he's going to build up a program. It'll take him a couple of years, but he's going to run the guys hard. He's going to have everybody in good condition, and he's going to build a team over years. It's impossible to do that anymore with the transfer portal and everything else. You can't develop a team like that. So he's going to have to learn how to be a portal guy. I don't know he's not stupid. I'll see if he makes adjustments, but whatever he's got going on right now doesn't work. The program is bereft of talent, dude. They look slow. The offensive line gets no push. It's not good. The only players on the team that look like they're any good at all are the running backs, but there's not much they can do because the quarterbacks aren't a threat to throw. We don't have a single quarterback can throw the ball. I don't fucking get it. So I know we lost 75 players last year, but like it looks like the players that we brought in to replace them just aren't Division I football players. I expect Marshall will lose to Eastern Kentucky this weekend. EKU is a better team than Missouri State. Missouri State is essentially a 1AA team. They came up this year. This is their first year as an FBS school. We lost to them. So in Huntington. Ohio would have scored 100 points on Marshall.
Yeah, they didn't look terrible for the MAC. Well, I mean, we didn't play well either, but
that quarterback they've had him for a long time now. Ohio's kind of like they don't generate like NFL quarterbacks, but they generate a run of good college quarterbacks over the last few years. Going back to Tyler Tettleton.
I'm trying to get my head around the fact that what we're seeing is not the same anymore. What I mean by that is like the way this portal shit works, as we've been talking about, is like it's really a lot more like your Madden Dynasty team where you get to like throw everybody in the pile and redraft every year. Like with the way the money pays out. So like that's kind of what it is. Like it's literally about how much money your school is spending, and then you have to you basically have a full-time GM, and you got to like make deals with your top, I don't know, 10, 20 guys to get a roster going. So that's one part of it. And then the second part of it is if that's true, Gibson runs that 3-3-5 stack like we talked about. That's not a scheme that a lot of other people run where you just get a guy 1-for-1 to transfer. Like he used to take players and coach them up multiple years in that scheme. So if you don't have comparable guys from other schemes coming over, and then they're not going to stick around for multiple years to get good in that scheme, it kind of makes it tough, right? To like install that kind of a unique thing with a new set of kids every year. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they might struggle with that. I don't know where the line is. Maybe they'll get better. figure it
The
out.
problem is we need, I think, a Huff type coach. We just need a Huff type coach that doesn't hate Huntington. There is a little bit of revisionist history going on right now from the Marshall fan base where they're acting like Huff wasn't going to stay. He had no interest in staying at Marshall. He would have probably stayed at Marshall if we'd given him that deal he wanted, which was, I mean, obviously would have. It was like 1.2 million and he could leave whenever he wanted. That made more sense to him than going to Southern Miss and rebuilding entirely. But it just, I don't know. It just doesn't work out. So we got to find a guy that's doesn't mind being here, at least for a few years. And just keep kind of recycling. I don't know. The problem is we have the president of the fucking university is a billionaire. Give the fucking football team $10 million, dickhead. I don't know. It'll be good for the university. If they win,
one of the boosters got to have deep pockets.
The big booster that we had come back to the program after they got rid of Huff was the guy that owns Little General gas stations. He's supposedly the one that chose Gibson. But there's also people like that are thinking like we played at NC State a couple years ago. Like Gibson might have had the job at that point. Like he might have already known he was going to be their next coach here. There's definitely we never get like an open fucking coaching search. Huff was, I think, the only like national coaching search we've ever had. Because before that, we've had Jim Donnan back in the day, but then Bobby Pruitt, who's basically a homegrown guy. Then we had Mark Snyder, who's a homegrown guy, didn't work out. Then we went to Doc Holliday, who's a WVU guy, homegrown guy, basically. And then we went to Charles Huff, who's the first guy who had no connection to the program whatsoever or the area. And now we're back to Tony Gibson, who's a homegrown guy. So
Doc was a beauty.
I miss Doc. Doc would be struggling the same way today because that's not the way. We lost the advantage. We used to have a big advantage where we could take these guys that weren't academically eligible. And that's gone now. That's not a thing anymore. So that hurt.
What about Randy, man? Randy Moss he's got to know some uber billionaire people now that can help out the cause.
Yeah. Like I don't know. It's one of those questions too. How much does he really care? I mean, he likes Marshall, but I don't know that he.
That's fair.
I
mean, he's got a lot on his plate with the cancer.
Sure, he just rang the bell, cancer bell the other day.
Well, he's still in the sports game though on TV.
Ahmad Bradshaw's kid is on the team right now. He transferred in this year from Virginia Tech. He's a wide receiver, and Bradshaw was tweeting from the press box, or not the press box, like a luxury box, like the play calling is bad and all this shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to last long. So his kid's going to be gone at the end of the year. Well, Chad left. Also, Cole Pennington didn't start, but he played most of the game for Gardner Webb against, or who it was. I actually don't remember. But I think Cole Pennington would be our starter right now if he were on the team. Could throw the ball. Not well, but it's bad. I also don't understand is we started Jaquai Long, the freshman from Hurricane, for Georgia. We let him play like a quarter or two there, and then he didn't play at all in this game. Like we started the third string guy, Zion Turner, who sucks. Zion Turner stinks. And Zion Turner's brother and his dad are like got burners on Twitter and they're talking shit. They're fucking losers. So it's gonna be yet another quarterback for Marshall that I don't like. It's been a run of those.
I don't know, man. You guys, it's not a bad program in all things. Like you guys got enough history and cachet to get something to like.
Well, what's going on in Morgantown? How bad was this week? Is there a lot of anger? Is there any regrets on hiring Rich Rod?
No.
I saw a lot of it's going to take a while to get what's your previous coach's name? I can't remember.
I already forgot. Neil Brown.
It's going to take a while to get Neil Brown out of the program is what people were saying.
Here's what actually, Nico struggled mightily, but in the week one, he was pretty good. I don't know. So he got pulled and then a couple drives. I think the other kid's name's Henderson. He tried to get Henderson 2-3 drives and he wasn't doing so well either. And then they went back to Nico Marchiol, but the Henderson kid has some juice. But I guess what I'm trying to say to you is the quarterback isn't Pat White, and the Henderson kid that came in behind him was shaky, but you could see like the offense, like the Pat White offense from back in, like those of us who watched that system for a decade, you could see it clear as day, and it was there, and the quarterbacks weren't hitting it. So I think Nico like just doesn't have the physical tools. He's been okay. And then the young kid behind him just wasn't ready for prime time. Like he was off script or whatever, but he had the athleticism. He had a big arm. He was moving left and right. I'm fine with it. I don't think this is going to be a disaster.
Did that guy?
Actually,
Did that kid tear his ACL? The
he
running
did,
back?
and he's our best player.
That
Yeah, he
sucks.
tore. I don't know if it's officially torn on ACL, but he tore up his knee. Like he couldn't even put weight on it. Like it's. I'll get back to you on that, but he's not going to be back in a couple of weeks. Let's just put it that way.
Horse collar tackle, and he just stayed down. I was like, oh shit, that guy's done.
Right. So
Yeah.
I was seeing that shades of like a poor man Steve Slayton, and when the backup quarterback came in, I go, okay, I see the Pat White Geno vibe here, even though Geno was a Holgerson guy, but like that kind of quarterback that we're used to seeing. So if he gets a couple young guys, he just got to get the right quarterback in there. But I like the system. I saw it and like immediately actually got pretty happy because like it really was like old familiar. Like when guys
Yeah.
are running free, like that's a fun system. You see
South
the
Alabama,
highlights.
or Jacksonville State is still kind of running that this year.
Right.
Like I think if you watch them play this year, I think that's the way that our team wants to look. They're just not executing.
Anybody pull up the Pat White tape, the Tavon Austin tape, the Steve Slayton, Owen Schmidt tape, and these guys are just running through monster holes. It's a great scheme. Like all of them are going 20 yards downfield before they get touched. And like I think he's still got it. I think we're just going to need to.
He was Rich Rod was great at Jacksonville State. He just needs a couple years or a year or two to get his guys.
I was encouraged. Yeah.
Ohio is also a tough place to play at. It really is, and that was like probably, I'm sure, the biggest crowd they've ever had.
Yeah.
I hated when I went up there. I think I've been there twice to watch, and both times I went, Marshall lost. They're like I saw a bunch of WVU fans bitching. Yeah, they're tough. Like security's tough at that stadium. They won't let you bring anything in.
Right.
They'll catch you. They always caught Marshall people when we would have booze in the stands. They'd find it. So not the most fun place to go watch a game, to be honest with you. I mean, Athens is fine. Athens is overrated anyway. Like it's okay, an okay city, but if you're over the age of like 19, what are you even like? Just I don't know. You can go get drunk anywhere. Athens isn't that cool. So
totally fair.
Who do you guys have this weekend?
I don't even know. I'm terrible.
I'll tell you. I'll look.
Oh yeah.
Pitt.
I do. Backyard brawl.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, I did know that. Sorry.
I'll watch that game.
Dude, Rich Rod hasn't been back since 13-9. That's gonna be
that's
freaking
right.
wild.
Is Pat McAfee gonna be at that game?
I haven't seen that he is, but it would not shock me.
I think someone on ESPN said something about that on Saturday. Like we were probably going to be in Morgantown next week, but
and he's typically pro Yinzer, right? Like he moved it over to Indy, but he's he knows the deal. He was a West Virginia Pittsburgh guy long enough.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll watch that game for sure.
Yeah, I will actually too. Now that you mentioned it.
But I'm working once again this Saturday. This will be like my third. I've worked every Saturday of the college football season so far.
Gross.
That's all right. The game starts at 3:30. I get off at 5, so I go. I watch it at work. It's fun. Not a big deal. I am going to a Marshall game. My dad got tickets for. Let me look at the schedule real quick. I'll tell you which game it is. I can't remember now. It's October 11th, I believe. Yes, nice. Old Dominion. That might be homecoming. That feels like a homecoming game. So I'll go check that out. I'll go watch that game with him. I don't like to go in September. It's too hot. There's no shade. I like to go more when it gets cooler. Even if they suck, I'll still go. You've been following the soccer at all this year? Yeah, we might have lost Chad for a minute. He'll be back.
No,
sorry. There he is.
I had it on mute because of the garage door. Hang on.
Jake had a stupid tweet, as always.
What was
Jake,
that?
I don't like. It's just a typical Jake tweet where I don't even really get what he's trying to fucking say. Let's all fuck with each other because someone got shot, politically fueled or not. Remember the political affiliation of the earlobe shooter at Butler? Nature versus nurture is the real question that needs to be answered. Again, just kind of a said nothing, just a fucking retard.
What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Jake's a retard. I don't understand what he said. Yeah, somebody just said it looks like a J post. I was just thinking that it reads exactly like a J post. No fucking
Nature
clue
versus
what he's
nurture?
talking about. Yeah, so Jake and Trent are both just fucking dead to me.
Deep.
I'm done with both of them.
That's deep. No, I've not watched soccer.
I haven't watched
I've
any
been not
either.
following.
I don't. It's so boring. But I think WV is doing pretty good.
I was doing a good job last year, and I just haven't had the
I'm still
time.
recovering from the national
all.
championship game. I'll be back though. I think you guys are. Let's see. You're number 15 right now. We're number 2.
All right, it's
Yeah, we're
respectable.
number 2. We just drew with High Point 2-2. High Point's was number 15, I believe, when we played them. So. Oh wow, you guys!
I've been to High Point, North Carolina.
You guys scored 6 fucking
nice
goals
area,
on
man.
George
They got
Mason.
money.
Yeah, High Point's like a rich.
Good school.
Yeah. You guys scored 6 goals on George Mason. I think we played George Mason as well. We did not score 6 goals on him. So Marshall WVU soccer. We'll have to watch those as always.
Yeah, the Luke soccer streams. Always
those
proud
back.
loser.
Oh, what else is going on? Let's see. Oh yeah, let's look at the football pool. You and I both chose Cincinnati this weekend.
Yes. So the year before last, Cincinnati bit me in the ass.
Cincinnati hadn't won on.
So I was like, "There's
I don't
no
think
way."
Cincinnati had won on.
Yeah.
You've already made your pick for this week. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah, who'd I go with again?
I don't know. It doesn't show me until the day of who you picked.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can pull up last week. I'm sure I can. I just gotta figure it out. Team selections. Let's see. So week 1, you and I picked Cincinnati.
I'm in two different survivor pools, and you can't pick the same team in each pool. I've learned that, obviously. So I think I took Baltimore in one. It might be this one. I think I was like, there's no way after that the Ravens lose at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my pick right now.
But Cleveland is frisky. So I'm pretty sure I went with the Ravens on that.
I'm gonna make my pick as we speak. I'm tempted to take the Ravens too, but I feel like I want the Ravens later on in the year. Houston, by the way, I fucking hate their jerseys. It looked like they were Atlanta. Like I was watching Red Zone and I saw a clip from their game and I was like, that's fucking Atlanta. Took me a minute to realize it was Houston.
Yeah.
So I was confused because I was watching
It
Atlanta.
was ugly.
Let's
see what Jackson thinks about that.
Jackson. I haven't heard from Jackson in a few days. Jets, Buffalo.
He's the resident Houston expert.
That's right, yeah. Houston's gross. That's a gross team. So I can't choose
Proud
Cincinnati.
boys. I don't know. I like Nico Collins.
Oh, what?
Anyway,
This week, the most popular pick this week is Baltimore, 32.7. Number 2 is Dallas at 20.
Is it? Damn, I usually like to be contrarian.
Oh, what'd you think of the Bears game? I'm gonna take the Lions. Speaking of,
I already told you. Anybody that's been following my Twitter stream the last few days probably saw this, but I'll try to keep it light. But I texted a couple friends. I'm in Chicago here, Bills fan, but this is Bears country, so I'm very much aware. And I texted a couple of my close buddies, and I said, I just wanted on record before the year starts that Tyson Bagent is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. And I've kind of been on this hill. I have the post to prove it. Like, I was all over, don't draft Caleb Williams. It should be Jaden Daniels, And the year before, I said the same thing about Bryce Young. So, I mean, I'm not an NFL GM, but I watch enough ball. Like, football's my thing. And so I texted him that. And I think I texted with I exchanged it with Montante because the Bears come out. Caleb Williams has like a quote unquote perfect drive, even though I still thought it looked ugly. But he takes him right down the field. He's 6 for 6. They score, and everyone's like, Ben Johnson just fixed Caleb Williams, and I go, no, he didn't. Like the one was a swing pass that looked terrible. The other one was a scramble. It was off script. And anyways, the long story short, Caleb Williams cannot stay on script. He can't. So the issue last year, everyone was banging on him because he took too many sacks. He did better. He didn't take so many sacks, but he doesn't do anything on script. Like 1, 2, 3, put your foot in the ground and get the ball on your first read where it's supposed to be. He never does that. He hangs on. He runs scrambles this way. He tries to make shit happen. It's infuriating, and you can see Ben Johnson getting mad about it. And like I was at the preseason game, Buffalo at Soldier Field 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and Tyson Bagent came in and tore the Bills up. He was perfect. Like, and I texted my dad, who's a huge Bills fan, and I go, I wish Tyson Bagent was our backup quarterback. Like, this kid's good, and he's not bad. And the last thing I'll say on this was that the first thing Ben Johnson did when he got to Chicago was work out both quarterbacks. And then he told Pace, the Bears GM, you better pay Bagent.
They gave him a
It wasn't
contract.
because he thinks Caleb. Yes, they paid Bagent a bunch of money, and then he looked really good in the preseason. So they're like, all right, if Caleb Williams isn't it, we still have another guy locked up at least. So none of this screams Caleb Williams is fixed and the Bears are going to be awesome. So Hill that I've been dying on the last few days on Twitter, a couple people we talked about
I wonder if there's anything to be said for Caleb Williams coming from the portal era and like never in the NIL era, and Badgett playing in Division II football for the same school for 5 years. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
You're talking about Williams not staying on script. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Was Williams ever developed?
Wasn't Bagent like his dad's like one of the world's strongest men or something? Like he's a
I don't
grinder.
know what
Like
the story is with him. He was
It
a
was
good
something
player
like
for, I
that.
think, Martinsburg High School.
His
Never got an
dad-
offer from Marshall or WVU. Yeah, Martinsburg High.
Yeah.
Let me look him up real quick.
The
His
kid's
dad
huge.
is a world arm wrestling champion.
Dude, his dad's a grinder. He's a grinder. The kid's huge. He looks the part. Like I like him. He's never really played that bad, and so I think he's got it, and like much more so. Exactly that. Like even why did like Josh McCown get like 15 NFL jobs? Is like even if you're not the Caleb Williams guy, can you come in and keep the offense on schedule and just
Right.
distribute the ball where you have to? You don't even have to be a great quarterback, and he can't do that, dude. And it's like he's not.
He's got
not
to
Patrick
start
Mahomes.
dressing normal too if he's going to play like
Yeah.
shit. You can't be wearing the fucking t-shirt and trying to like make a statement if you suck. The t-shirt, and then he's still got his fucking
Yeah.
fingernails painted.
Yeah, I don't think he's it. I'd like to be wrong, but
What do you
I
think about
thought-
McCarthy? I wasn't impressed with him at all.
Well, it was just the opposite now. And again, yeah, he was pretty shaky at first, but again, he got better as the game went and they got off script. Caleb got worse, and McCarthy got better and better because he's just kind of the. I don't know that he's not Tom Brady. Let's be clear.
Okay.
But he was a winner for sure, and he ran the Michigan offense well the whole time he was in college. Like, and when he was big in big games, they won title. I think the kid's a winner, and he's got it. So you saw that, I guess, like fourth quarter, like he's got a little bit of dog in him, and he was there, and he was turning it on. And Caleb Williams looked lost,
Yeah.
and that. So I see that's a huge difference. I guess that was the difference in the game.
Would you rather have all things being equal, same salary situation? You could choose one or the other tomorrow, but the players are as they are right now: Justin Fields or Caleb Williams. Obviously, it's a stupid comparison because Justin Fields
me
costs a lot
Fields.
more money than
Give me Fields, actually,
Yeah.
though, because
Actually,
here's,
is Fields more expensive than Williams right now?
No, I don't think so. They got Fields
look
for a
up-
pretty good deal, I
Yeah, I'm gonna
thought.
look up how much Fields is worth this morning. Oh
Give
fuck,
me
$5
Fields.
million.
Dude, so he's a steal right now. So here's what I love about Fields and what the Jets did this week was they just let him. So he played ball with Wilson, at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Their college teammates. So they already had the chemistry.
That's
which
some
was
nice
great.
passes.
And they let Brees Hall, so they ran, power with Brees Hall, who looked good. He looked like before he blew out his knee, Brees Hall. And yeah, he's not running by guys anymore, but he looked like better, closer to vintage Brees Hall. And then Fields is great. They just let him like roll out and do simple routes with Wilson like they used to do. Basically, he's like, hey, how about you just run the Ohio State playbook that you guys like won a national title with?
Right.
Like let's just do that. And they did, and like he was fine. So
Okay. That
I
was the
think they
most fun game of the weekend by far.
sometimes you don't need the Peyton Manning offense for a guy like Fields. Roll him left, roll him right, keep him on time, and make sure you have a crossing route with him. Make sure you got some slants and some quick outs. He's fine. Like he's a good quarterback. Like if you just keep it simple.
It's
And
perfectly serviceable.
I don't know, man. I'm out on Williams. I really am. I hope, but I am in on Ben Johnson. I think, and like I said, you saw Ben Johnson getting visibly pissed in the third
Yeah.
or fourth quarter. Like, look at dude, it's there. Hit it. Hit the play. Like I called it, and you fucking missed the guy. You could see it. He was getting pissed. And I don't know, like they can't go to Bajent, and I'm not saying Bajent's like the second coming. I'm just saying like
Bajent doesn't
if
have the ceiling that Williams has.
Of course not. Of course not. And he
Not
made
even
some
close.
great throws. Williams has a better arm. Like I get all that.
Yeah.
But if in a world where you didn't have like the politics of it, and like you didn't care about who started and who was getting paid and what the GM, and you have to play the guys the GM drafted because he's trying to keep his job.
Right.
I think Ben Johnson in a couple of weeks would be like, let's fucking see Bajent. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he would, but he's not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, you're too invested in Williams.
No, I've been watching every game for the last 2 years, man. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, some guys you
It's
can
like
just see it.
Oh, Geno Smith looked great though.
He did.
He's definitely
Gino
developed.
looked real good.
How old's Geno at this point? I fucking hate Geno. But how old is he? 2013.
He was a rookie in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, 34. So he's still got plenty of time on that arm.
He's in his last 2 to 3 years. Yeah,
You think so?
of prime, if you will.
You don't think he's gonna play till he's 40? What do you think
He's
is
a good quarterback. He runs. He ran the off again. So I actually think like Brady's got a lot of confidence in him. Like Brady's been running that front office in
It's weird.
Oakland.
They said this on KMS, and I was thinking about it while I was watching Red Zone this weekend. Which, by the way, I'm not watching Red Zone again. I'm gonna get the antenna so I can just watch the local channels. I can't. It's too much for me. It overstimulates me. I don't like it. I like to just sit down and watch the game. I like to just sit down and watch the fucking game. I don't care what game it is. And I'll get the highlights when they go, oh, look at what just happened in Atlanta. And they cut in and show me. That's fine. But Brady was like, he basically is the owner of the Raiders or whatever. But then he's calling like the Browns and the Ravens game.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't know if he, somebody, I think it was Justin asked the question on KMS too, like, if the Raiders go to the Super Bowl, like, would they like sideline Brady, or would he still? I think he'd still call the game, even though it just be weird.
Here's how they're playing it. They're basically right. He's a minority owner, and he's not. He's not the GM, right? So they're playing it like he's far less involved than he is. But the reality is, he's best friends now with Mark Davis, and he's in the so like he's sitting there with the owner. So he's got plenty of influence. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not dumb.
But
like,
also, there's no real advantage he's getting by being an announcer. Like, it's not like I don't understand why it really matters. It's just a little strange.
I don't know.
Like, obviously, like Jerry Jones is the majority owner. I think he owns the entirety of the Cowboys. But like, if Jerry Jones was calling a game, it'd be kind of weird. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's different.
So I love what Pete Carroll did. I love Geno looked fantastic. And now he's like a Jameson Williams type gunslinger where Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston, where he's going to throw a couple picks in some less than ideal spots, but by and large, they look great. He looked accurate. He was there. He was Jacoby Myers. He was feeding them. He was feeding Bowers. He was getting the ball to everybody he was supposed to. Even Trey Tucker looked good.
Is there
The Raiders look really good. The Raiders look good. Gotta be honest.
So I guess did Brady and what's Pete Carroll have a relationship?
I don't know
Brady
what their
choose him?
relationship is. I just know that Pete's always been a good coach wherever he's been, and like he's kind of
Yeah.
laid back. Like he's super vocal and rah guy, but he's also like good players coach. He's laid back, and like he's worked with Gino for forever. So they brought him in. They brought Gino in, and it looks good. Like
I've always liked Pete
they're
Carroll.
just
I
fucking
saw,
fine.
by the way, speaking of Pete Carroll, I saw Matt Leinart catch the opening pitch from Reggie Bush Dodgers game a couple weeks ago. So that was
epic.
nice.
Good for them.
Yeah. He surprised Bush. Like he came out in the gear and then like he took off the catcher's mask and Bush was like, "Oh shit." And then, the big hug.
You know what
That was
you know what you got to pull up, by the way? Do you remember Leinart in college when he was like the number one, QB and everything?
Yeah.
And
I mean,
there was like the college videos of him with the hot tubs of chicks. Like,
I
Do you
remember
remember
his
this? This
so
is like
no, but I
03.
do remember reading a Sports Illustrated article his senior year because he was like a fifth-year senior. He'd already graduated from USC. So he
This
was like taking like I think his
Twitter days.
the fall semester when he had to play football for that last year, I think he was taking like ballroom dancing and like just random shit just because he had to take like 2 classes to be eligible or something. But ballroom dancing was one of them. Matt Leinart, what should I look up? Like college? I don't.
Hot tub or something. I think I remember the hot tub pic.
Yeah,
There's
you know what? There's a
3 or
commercial.
4
Okay.
blondes.
Well,
Like,
no, I'm not
Yeah,
hot. I'm not seeing it though.
but this was before like even Facebook was ubiquitous. Like this is it would have broke the internet, today's day. Like the starting quarterback, just everywhere he went on campus, he had like 4 blondes with him.
I can't find that commercial, but I just found this commercial. I'm gonna pull up. It looks kind of fun. It's the Manning brothers and then Matt Leinart and then Archie. Hang on. Oop, not invite guests. Share screen. Share screen. Boom. By the way, new computers running like a champ. Doing all this shit on my
Nice.
my old laptop. Like this would have been so hard to do. On this one, it's not a problem.
Hey, Mom. Where's Dad?
In the backyard.
In the backyard.
Massage your laces, direct the traffic. Boys,
Dad?
come on. With up to 14 games every Sunday on DirecTV's NFL Sunday Ticket, I can watch every game and every player. Maddie here is like family now. Always wanted a lefty.
You gotta be kidding me.
Look, Maddie, he loves you.
Hey, Maddie?
I forgot that Leinart was a left-handed quarterback.
I did too. He
I
was
might be
obviously
thinking
not a good
You know
throw.
what? The ballroom dancing might be Carson Palmer. Now that I say that, let me look that up real quick.
Okay. Do you see they're gonna do the Chad Powers show with Eli or whatever on Netflix? I think it was.
Sorry, 1 second. In 2005, an ESPN article noted that Carson Palmer's teammate Matt Leinart had enrolled in a ballroom dancing class to complete his final 2 college credits. Okay, so it was either there's actually some like people don't know if it was Leinart or Palmer. One of the two though. What did you ask me? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Chad Powers. I think they're doing
Who's
a Chad
Chad
Powers. So Eli had a couple skits for like Monday Night Football back in the day where like he pretended to be like
Oh, I never
a,
seen
wa-
these.
a walk on in college, and he'd show up and just start ripping all the corner
Oh,
routes
where
and
like
stuff,
they
and
wouldn't
they're
know
like,
it was it was him or whatever.
Yeah, he's got the long hair wig and the
Oh,
mustache
I
or
did.
whatever.
I've
He's
seen
like,
the commercials for this because they're like
Yeah.
he's like I'm from West Virginia or whatever.
yeah, exactly. So I guess they're gonna make a Netflix show about this or whatever. But he's done that a couple times and like had some skits with it. But
Russ
think-
Holiday, formerly an arrogant, narcissistic college quarterback, his career had been nuked after disgracing himself in a championship game. He disguised himself as Chad Powers to start over as a player for a college team. I'll watch this. I'm all in.
Yeah, I think is it already out or was it? I just saw
September
a commercial.
30th on Hulu.
Okay, yeah, I'll check
The
that
first
out.
2 episodes will be available that on September 30th, and then the last 4 will be weekly. So yeah, I'll watch it. What was
Heck
I
yeah, I'm
want?
gonna
I
watch
want
it.
to see one of these Chad Powers, Eli Manning skits.
Pull. Yeah, there
Yeah,
can't
that's
be
what I
more
was
than
about
like
to do.
30 seconds. You got to pull one up. Yeah, like the
'Cause
first.
I missed
Chad
this. I
Powers one
wasn't
was
aware
great.
of this.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just keep seeing the trailer where he's like, "I'm from West Virginia, the westest of the Virginias." Well, that one's 15 minutes long, so that one's not going to work for me.
no, they got to have shorter clips than that for sure.
That's right. Jared Goff did the same thing, basically. Like, Jared Goff also did the disguised walk-on thing.
I don't know if I saw that.
Hold on.
In the city?
Been working, yeah. Carpentry, city, working in the city, whatever you need.
What you majoring in?
I don't know. Oh, football.
Here again. Up, ball. Spun it.
Arm talent. What we got? Bang 8?
Yeah, bang in, coach.
Bang 8.
Mom's a West
Mama,
Coast?
mama, yeah.
West Coast?
West Coast. 5 no hitch.
Reading the seams first?
Yeah, look at that seam.
I like that.
Been watching film. That's how they do it here at Penn State. Say go.
Eh. So the problem is they know it's him. Like, it's so obvious.
Right. There was
Yeah.
a couple where that was better. It was like with other guys, right?
Yeah, I
with
gotta
like
find,
a
an
group
old
of
one.
players that didn't know about it, right?
Right.
Where like
But
he
at this
came
point,
in,
like,
he's
I mean, he looks 75 years old. Ask Chad
Right.
Powers. So that's funny though.
there was a couple where he was like in the huddle with other guys and like they had no idea. You could tell like some of them weren't in on it, and then like he throws like a rocket, and some guys like, look at this honky. You know what I mean? Like
You remember the video where he's like with the Boys and Girls Club where he's throwing the balls at the kids?
Peyton Manning, he's hitting them all in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Like
Let's pull that one up. I like
yeah.
that one. That makes me laugh every time. I remember when that one came out. That one cracked me up. Probably get taken down for
The best was the Stuart Scott, Rich Eisen ESPN commercial.
Yeah, we stick together. We can.
I don't with the ball and hitting him in the face with it and shit. So it just kind of reminded me of
times.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a dick move on my part, but you know, it all worked out. My brother ended up being a piece of shit, so it all worked out. But I did. Looking back, I wouldn't have thrown the ball as hard as I could at his face every time. It wasn't the
That's
nicest
growth.
thing to do. That's
That's
nice.
growth.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. I mean, you know, it's 22 years too late for that, but figured it
Looking
out.
inward.
Looking inward at 32. I'll be 33 in December. Interesting fact, Chad. 1 year anniversary at my current job on October 1st.
Let's go. Congratulations for
Yeah.
holding a job for a year, dude.
It's been the first time I've worked at the same place for more than a year since I worked at the card shop for like 5 years. But before that, I worked for American Freight for like 2.5 years. So,
There we go.
but
Some say it couldn't be done, but he got it done.
I'm not the best manager. I won't say that, but you know, I am managing. Actually, we're doing very well. We'll tell you a little story though about me as a manager today. I hired a new employee a couple weeks ago. It's a part-time. I wasn't hiring anybody at all, and they realized that. My manager realized that. She was like, "Oh, he's just not going to hire anybody," because I got rid of my problem employee, which we've talked about. It's been great not having him around. Things are much better. Like I had to on Friday, because my assistant's mother passed away, so he was gone for a few days, and I had to take a day off on Friday because they wouldn't. I was trying to get overtime out of it, but they're like, "No, you really should just take a day off." So I left on Friday. I wasn't there at all, just my employees without me there, and they did their jobs. It was incredible. The last time I did that was when I first started, before I had my assistant manager. And I remember my first day off I ever had when I started there was my birthday. They give us paid days off. And I come back on December 19th, and I was so fucking angry because they did nothing. Not only did they do nothing, they were basically stealing shit that day while I was gone.
Right.
And stealing it poorly to the point where I caught them immediately. So this was great. But anyway, I got a text this morning at 3:45 a.m. I believe. Pull it up real quick. Oh, 3:43 a.m. Hey Luke, sorry for the early text. I got some pretty intense back pain. Blah 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 blah. Not going to be able to be there at work today. Blah 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 blah. Would it be okay if I can't come into work? I responded at 11:07 a.m. when I woke up today. Good morning. That's fine. Not a problem. I'm off the rest of the week. Here's my assistant manager's number. That's all I said. And he was like, well, I showed up for work anyway because you didn't respond. I was like, oh, that's good. So that all worked out then. It turns out you could have worked today. So that's good. He's not doing great, but I'm not giving up on him yet. I can build him up.
Is he trying? Is he a decent
He's
person?
fine. It's not like the problem I had with the employee that he's replaced. By the way, though, my manager was like, all right, well, how about if you hire somebody part-time? And I was like, I'll do that. So I hired this guy part-time to replace the full-time person I got rid of.
There you go.
But he's not like that guy. The guy that I had before was just like purposefully like would try to get shit over on me, if that makes sense. It was weird. Like he would be like, rather like I feel like most people, if you tell them, hey, this is what I want you to do, they're just gonna fucking like do it. You know what I mean? His
Right.
like whole goal in life was to do it in such a way that he didn't actually accomplish the task. Like to technically do what I was asking him to do, but not do it at the same time, which just eventually you just get fucking sick of that. I don't understand that way of being. It's not the way I am. I'm a big try to do a good job. I'm a big praise guy. I love getting praise. I think it's a millennial thing or something. I love it when people, and I get an attaboy, like that goes a long way. You can honestly just attaboy me out of ever giving me a bonus if you attaboy me the right way. Unfortunately, I'm not getting attaboyed the right way at the moment, so I would like a bonus. Got a bonus last month, by the way. We had a good month. But yeah, so things are going great though at work. Had a new potential opportunity come up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's good.
I was just there used to be two people above me, like district managers. Now there's only one of them.
All right.
My boss is still around. She's been around. They got rid of the other one. I was considering throwing my hat into the ring for that one. Because obviously it would be a promotion, but then I was also thinking about it. I think I'm better off staying in the position that I'm currently in, because what I'm doing now is something I'm good at, that I enjoy.
Yes.
And there's so much growth. If I can grow my department to the sky, the sky's the limit. So I think as opposed to if I were in that position, there's a lot of HR kind of shit goes on. You know what I mean? And I don't work well with others. So there's a lot of my boss is always on the phone with other people. I'm I could not do that. That I would just be angry all the time. It'd be miserable. So I I went ahead and I think she was testing my interest in the job, because she asked me about it, and I was I texted her, and after I thought about it, I was I don't think I can do it. I think it's better off to have me in e-commerce and maybe use me as more of a what I pitched was more of a product specialist, or an inventory specialist, where my goal, I'll do trainings for the people that work at the store so they can identify and properly find the items that are worth money. So every week I'll have a training for here's some glass, and I'll just repeat the trainings because there's a lot of turnover, and here's what you're looking for when you have glass. Here's what you're looking for with jeans, shit like that. And just trying to maximize the inventory, because the problem we have is we compared to other places in our system, we do very well with our donations, but our donations are very small. We get very low value donations, and we don't get very many of them just because of the area we're in. But we do a very good job of maximizing those donations. I want to really maximize them because that's the only thing we can do. There's just not going to be this is always going to be a poor area with poor people.
Right.
So.
I mean, every now and then, you get somebody.
But so anyway, my point though with the district thing is they've
state,
actually not even offered that position. They've eliminated that position. They're going to reorganize the whole way that retail is done. So I'm hoping that works out in a way that results in me getting some more power, responsibility. We'll see. Could be good.
Yeah. There's definitely, to your other point, there's definitely an art to being content in
Yeah.
your spot.
Yeah, and that's
For
why I didn't
sure.
take that opportunity I was given a couple of months ago either with that other with that guy. I was a little leery anyway, but
Yeah.
it's just like, well, that's not a whole lot more than what I'm making right now. And I've already got the sweat
Yeah.
equity over here, and I enjoy what I'm doing right now. So yeah.
That's huge. So like I've seen that and I've been a part of that. So there's a lot of top sales guys, that eventually become the sales manager and they hate it,
Yeah.
or like same thing like service guys, you're a field service guy and then you're running service all of a sudden because it goes from like you hit your number and you do it how you do it and nobody cares. You get your commission, everybody's happy,
Give me
or you
give me
like for
one
me,
second,
I'm
Chad. I
I'm
just
kind
gotta
of
go pee and I gotta grab a beer.
sure.
I'm really sorry. I just gotta go. By
Sure.
the way, I got represent
No,
the
you're good.
local range.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, here we go. Sorry about that, Chad.
You're
Go
good,
ahead
dude.
now.
So I was just saying, you know, I got it wrong when I was younger, where now like I do some contract work or I do for my job, I get a work order, I do the job, I'm like a hired gun, and then I send the paperwork in and that's it. And like they'll let me know if they get it when they get another job. And it's beautiful. And then the rest of the time is my time and like they don't care what I do, it's like and having any kind of setup like that where like you have a number, you meet your number, you have your system, everybody
Right.
leaves you alone. Like that's beautiful. I made that mistake as a young man where I thought I'm going to climb the ladder and be Mr. CEO, and I got there. I got to pretty decent management and I'm everybody's boss, and you just become like everyone just brings you fucking
Yeah.
problems, and your Outlook calendar is all 5 days a week, like open to close and people calling you, and like you actually have to be working 40 hours a week. It's like, dude, if you're a top sales guy and you're hitting your number, they don't give a shit if you work 10 hours a week. Like, you getting it done? And those kind of jobs are fantastic.
Well,
Sometimes
I've
it's
never
not
been in
awesome to
really
be-
that kind of a position because I've never been a sales guy.
Yeah,
So,
as a
yeah,
microcosm.
no, but
though. As a
actually something I'm working on. I think I'm like I've outperformed massively the prior year, and then I've done a lot in the last couple of months to really maximize the actual profit number. Like I've really brought down expenses. I got us a top rated seller on eBay. I implemented the 1-day shipping
Right.
and all that bullshit. So we get we're paying like 2% now on eBay. It's crazy. And then I've
Nice,
also really
nice.
moved over to the other platform where we don't pay any fees. And I've really lined up the listing strategies because we have strategies that run in our program that decide what things are priced at and where, and they go back and forth between eBay and the other platform. So I'm hoping there's always annual bonuses and stuff, but as they start working on the budget for next year, I'm hoping that this all kind of results in me getting, some appreciation. I'm trying to get over to salary, to be honest with you. And basically, because it sounds retarded, but I kind of want to work more than 40 hours a week. I feel limited right now because I got to stay under the 40.
Yeah,
I want to, I feel like I could really grow it. The problem is, and this is a problem, and this is something my bosses talk to me about, I can't also be the top performer. So right now, like if I have my
Right.
on my software that does everything,
You burn it out.
well, I mean,
You can't burn it both
I will
ends.
burn out, but I need to be able to. I need to focus on building up my people. But like right now for the top weekly sales, I am the #1 weekly sales poster, which isn't good because
Because you're
I'm
the
not
manager
like
too, right?
ideally I'm not posting at all. I've
Right.
got the operation really bare bones. When I first started, we had 9 employees. I have 5 now. So I don't know.
You ought to get a little cut of all the salary
That's what
they're
I'm
not
saying.
paying now. But
I'm like,
yeah. But to your point, like if you're, that's fun if you're in it, or you can get another position like that, like at a next level where you clearly appreciate having the goal of the number and how you can maximize and do it. Like that's cool too. Like if you have something like that,
I just
for
don't want to
sure.
deal with the HR
But a lot of
aspects.
people, yeah, I guess broadly what what I was getting at too is just a lot of people, if there's something there for you like that, or if you really need the promotion and the money, like that's cool. But usually people that want more from work, if it's not money related, it's like you actually should be working on your personal life on the
Yeah.
side harder, or get something else going, or or get a side hustle, or invest or whatever. Like spend your time doing. Like usually you look for fulfillment for like how can I drown myself in more work because I feel like I could do more, and like there's no savior at the end of
No.
that. Like you end up just snowing yourself up in work and being
But
underappreciated.
on the
Unless it's something like that, like you said, you have total control over your
yeah, that's
number. Like
great.
that's cool.
Ideally, I'm hoping with the way they've reorganized things, they reorganize things in such a way where I still continue just to report directly to my boss, but I'm basically just on my own. And I think that's the way they're going to, which is good. By the way, my side hustle is killing it. My eBay
Yeah.
is doing very well.
I love it.
Got up to oh no. I fucked up though. It just says if we evaluated you today, you would be above standard. I dropped from top rated to above standard. I'm gonna have to drop my handling time down from
no.
1 day. I can't keep up with it. I'm selling like 25 cards a day now, sometimes. So it's just
Yeah.
too much for me. So
It's
I'm gonna go to
tough.
2 days.
I've been at 2 days.
That's
for a long
what. That's
time, and then
why I
just went to
pushed
one,
down.
but
Like my tracking uploaded on time and validated is 100%, but my late shipment rate is 3%. Just because I'm just not getting it all done in enough time. So, but it's going really well. 3,000 listings right now. Got everything lined up. I'm ready to keep going. And they've really got the I don't know if maybe it was because I was on Mac before. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but the AI tool on eBay's gotten really good now. And like the lister tool, I can do all the condition automatically. It's great. So yeah,
I love
it's good. I don't I'm just gonna sell off. I'm gonna continue just selling off my cards though. I have no interest in buying more. I mean I did buy more, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm set.
there.
I'm set with my inventory.
I'm there with you.
The new stuff all sucks, by the way.
It does.
It's all like ugly.
So I've been organizing the hell out of mine for a while now, and I'm in the same boat. Like I just bought actually from Red Sox Almanac. I bought last night just because he had a
He's
couple
a good guy.
ones that
Great guy.
I know people. I know I could traffic in those pretty easily, and like he always gives good deals. But that was the first time I bought in forever, and I'm in the same boat. But anyways, I got it all organized, and the key thing now is like I just wait until like there's pockets of strength and then I sell into it. For example, like I just went like and I got like 3 Keishon Boutte rookies that were like low number or whatever, and he just had a big week. Like I'll post them and they move. Like I got it to where whoever has a big week, like Justin Fields has another big week. I'm sitting on 100 Justin Fields rookies. I got them all ready to go. I'll just post them up and they'll go. Like whoever's hot, I'm selling that. Like I'm no longer buying whatsoever. Like it is that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of dumb money and whatever. Somebody has a big game or so I got a 2-touchdown game.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Start selling the rookie cards and they fucking move. Instantly.
I sold Javon Kinlaw at a 10 gold standard card I've had since 2020 this weekend for like $12.
Yeah.
I had it listed for I think 15. He was the #1 PFF rated guy this past weekend on defense. Somebody offered me 12. I took it, dude. Like, because I was like, well, let me make sure. There's so many Javon Kinlaw non-autographed out of 10 cards. from his rookie year. There's
Sure.
so many, and they're all listed at $15 to $20. So I'm like, fuck it, give me $12. I'm out. I'm good. I'm out of the Javon Kinlaw business. I don't think his cards are going to explode. I
Right.
just don't. He might be PFF #1 guy again. I don't think it's gonna. I think that's just. I don't think he's collectible. So, are the Mariners gonna make it? By the way, like I haven't been paying attention to the MLB wild card standings.
I have not
I have.
actually
I
been
still
paying
have like
attention.
7 Cal Raleigh Ben Baller Chrome rookies. So those sell for like they were selling for like $15 each. But yeah, they're in right now. If they make the wild card, I'm gonna list them all. Wild card weekend, or not wild card weekend, but whatever. They're ahead of the Rangers and the Guardians. Guardians have played like 3 less games than the Rangers. It's kind of weird. Reds will not make it, by the way. I know they won't. I mean, I think everybody else knows that too, but the Mets will keep the Reds shut out. Yep, he disconnected. I figured he did. Oh, there he is. Oops. Hang on one second.
Come on.
Oh, shit. My bad. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I double clicked by accident, like my finger like twitched. So like I brought you in and then I brought you out.
This is all on me though, because I told you I was kind of like, I just got back in town and I'm on my phone, and then somebody tries to like call me, and it fucks up my stream.
Oh yeah. I always put my phone pretty much stays on do not disturb. To be honest with you, I don't really take it off there at all.
I should try that.
So like when you texted me earlier and you're like, send me the link or whatever, or what time you going live, I didn't see it till I checked my texts. It's a better way to live, Chad. Just to be honest with you, it's great. You miss
Oh, I'm
stuff.
sure.
Like people can't get in touch with you in the immediate, which I guess, and there's ways you can put in the settings so like your girl could like still be able to get in touch with you no matter what. Like there's different ways you can set it up. But I'm a do not disturb guy. It's great. If my boss really needs to get in touch with me, she calls my store. I have a store phone. She calls that one because she knows I'm on do not disturb. There was a topic I wanted to talk about tonight that I completely forgot. And it's interesting. So I got Sling this past weekend because I just missed being connected to television. And it's only $60 a month and you get all the sports. And I was like, fuck it. I'm tired of doing it. Like, I just want all this. But I was excited today because I was at my parents' house before I came over here to my house. So I turned on Fox News because I was like, I want to hear about this Poland thing with the fucking Poland, Russia, Ukraine thing. You know, like the actual thing that actually fucking matters in this world right now.
Yep.
Until Charlie Kirk got shot today, both Fox and CNN, it didn't either one, MSNBC, all three of them were just talking about dumb fucking like Trump. Like the left was talking about how Trump and Epstein were fucking all these kids together. And the right was talking about how Joe Biden during his presidency was doing all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, there's like literally like World War III might be. Like we're as close to World War III. They fucking initiated Article 4, and you're talking about stupid domestic bullshit stuff.
Yes.
It's driving me fucking crazy.
So I've been thinking about that, and I haven't got my head fully around it yet, but I saw that one. So I saw the Russia, Poland, and then the crazy one, because I still have buddies that are contractors in Doha, in Qatar, was Israel fucking, because, so here's the thing.
Non-NATO major ally.
Yes, Israel bombs fucking Qatar to where that was not the U.S. They showed that it was a UK tanker plane or whatever. So it was the city of London and Israel that bombed Qatar, and I'm pretty sure that we're not happy about that because that puts the U.S. and Qatar in a terrible situation because they're both countries that are trying to play both sides. Well, so that's part of it. But the second part of that is this is, again, we talked about it, but Netanyahu is his citizenry wants to elect somebody else. They want him to stand trial. They want him to stand trial, and he's been alleged of graft or bribery or like corruption and like all these
similar
things.
Similar to the Zelensky situation.
Right. It is. Exactly. Him and Zelensky are in the same box. That's perfect, actually. You're right. Because if the emergency ever ends or the war ends for either of them, they'd be ousted because they're deeply unpopular. So they have
Same thing with Putin, by the way.
Right. Well,
I know.
I happen to, I know he be called an apologist for objectively thinking that he's one of the more sane world leaders. But anyways, we'll leave that alone. But so whenever there's the
Oh, damn it, Chad! Somebody just called him.
Trumps, like
There
they
we go.
don't want it.
You got to
They-
repeat. You got to
they
start
want
over.
the
You cut
conflict
out.
to continue. So that tells you a couple things.
You cut out there. I'm
I
sorry.
think the Poland thing is part of that. I really do, because I think that BRICS. What's that?
You cut out like when at the beginning of that.
Oh shit. Okay, so I think the Poland thing is part of it, is what I'm saying. So you have Israel that doesn't want peace, and
Yeah.
I think we're getting to the point now. They've bombed 7 different neighboring countries this year. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're cutting out again, but yes, they've bombed 7 neighboring countries this year. Because they're bombing Syria, you keep cutting out. They're bombing Syria, they're bombing Qatar, they're bombing Iran, they're bombing. I don't know if they bombed the UAE. He'll be back in a minute. Here he is.
Dude.
Hello. So you were saying that they've bombed 7 neighboring countries this year? Oh. Hold on. There he is. You there?
Yes, I'm here. What the fuck?
You were saying that they bombed 7 neighboring countries this year.
Yes. They've bombed 7 neighboring countries that they weren't at war with. And so anyways, the point being, let's take a step back. This is being allowed to happen, obviously. Okay. So the reason it's allowed to happen, and this is not, I think this is bigger than Israel and America. It's like clearly there's very powerful interests in the world that allow this to happen, that allow them to behave this way, that want this, and it's like we've talked about, who's the only nation that doesn't have to define its borders? Who's the only nation that can have an unregulated and completely secret nuclear program? Like, who's the only nation that could bomb 7 nations or surrounding them that they're not at war with, and like everyone looks the other way? So at some point, I think you have the faction of BRICS. Now, BRICS has been a largely economic bloc to this extent, to this point, but you have now Qatar's in the middle of it, but you have the Irans and the Indias and the Russias and the Chinas of the world, that, especially Iran, and like some of these other, they're basically going to have to make the BRICS version of NATO, because at some point they have to go, not everybody's on board with this program that the UK and the City of London and the Israel and the US are running. And at some point they're going to have their own block, and they're going to just say no. So I think as the US presses the economic system and they let Israel press the system, Putin is kind of like, hey, we'll keep you honest in Poland too. Like, we could play this too. You know what I mean? And like when Putin came in and took parts of Crimea, like, and all this, he's taken a good portion of the country back. I get all that. But remember when Trump was talking crazy when he came in the office, like, we'll take Greenland and we'll take,
Right.
whatever. Like, it was like a posturing thing, right? Like, hey, if you're going to take some land, why don't we just start claiming some land? And China goes, hey, maybe we'll just take Taiwan back, and like, so you're full circle to your point about World War III. I think you're seeing kind of a tit for tat escalation, and it is kind of going that way, man. I think it's getting closer to it, because you have sides that are being clearly drawn, and one side's,
Here's a
not
question
cool
for you,
with what
Chad.
the other's doing. Yeah.
Did Israel shoot Charlie Kirk today?
Oh shit, I don't know. I have no idea.
I know. They,
I appreciate
it's
the
confirmed, by the
question.
way. They have released the guy that they had in custody. That was not the shooter, they're saying.
So I'll say this. I can't recall who said it, but the best thing I saw was just, he really did. Charlie Kirk had actually arguably one of the most important political movements going on right now. Like, he was
Someone
connecting
was saying,
with the youth.
I didn't realize how connected he was and how actually important he was. I've seen like the
yeah.
videos because they go super viral. I'm not a TikTok guy. I'm not like I'm involved in the KMS stuff and like
That
I'm one
viral
of those weird
speech.
people that like I'm
Yeah.
not super involved in the viral stuff. But today on Fox, when I was watching it, they kept saying that Trump believes that he would not have won Arizona if not for Charlie Kirk.
I believe it. So again, that was his millionth, maybe I'm exaggerating, but like how many thousands of campus events he was going to where they're the most radical on these liberal campuses, and he was talking to
Is
these
Utah
kids,
Valley
and he was going
State
there.
or whatever he went to though? Like, is that I mean, they're all very, very liberal. but,
Basically,
like,
every
yeah,
academic institution is a commie factory at this point, or the vast majority of them.
true.
So he was going like, where else is more important to go? And his organization, he was big on TikTok now. He was actually, like I said, my two unpolitical teenagers both knew exactly who Charlie Kirk was because they'd seen him
Give
on
me
TikTok.
give me 2 seconds. I'm freezing because I put my air conditioning down to 65 when I got
Yeah.
here. Give me 1 second. Oh, all right. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, so simply saying he was relevant, and it makes a lot of sense if you're an asshole that you'd want him because he was connecting with the youth, he was engaging in debate.
Well,
He
yeah,
was
that's the
popular.
craziest thing about killing him. He was literally, I mean, and the weird thing about it is the way the leftists seem to think is like they're like, well, when he says things though, like men are men and women are women, that's murder. You know what I mean? They equate that with like the worst crime imaginable, saying something like that.
Yeah.
But he was very somebody said he started every one of these shows, or not shows, but like rallies, whatever you call them, assemblies almost, with like, hey, if you disagree with me, make your way to the front. Let's talk.
Right. It's
And
like the original Crowder, tell me I'm wrong or whatever the meme.
it is kind of crazy too. His last words are gang violence. Those are the last
Were
two
what?
words he said. The last 2 words that he ever said were gang violence. I mean, at least on a
Wow.
microphone, you know, because he says, and just kind of like this is something I was thinking about earlier. Whoever shot him had like this shot lined up for where he was sitting, because he goes and sits down, and as he sits down, like it puts the mic, like that's when he gets shot. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like they were like, okay, well he's gonna sit here. I'm like, they had that shot lined up. But it's just fucking crazy, dude. And we were like the left wanted that, like if you saw it, everybody's seen it at this point, like the blood gushing out of his neck. The left wanted that image for Trump at Crooksville or whatever it was called. Whatever, not Crooksville.
Yeah, Butler,
Pennsylvania. That's what the left.
Yes.
No matter what these people say, they say, oh, you should never shoot. It's horrible. Gun violence. What about the shooting and the school shootings? They wanted to see Trump's head get blown up on television.
Yeah. When Tucker gave that viral speech a couple weeks ago, that was at Charlie Kirk's Turning Point event, and then he did Tucker's pod, and he was hosting
South Park
debate.
make fun of Kirk a couple weeks ago?
Yes, he's been extremely relevant. He was moving the needle. So again, I can't go too far down the rabbit hole, but I noticed. So I noticed, like for example, me personally, this is my opinion, knowing nothing, of course, I'm an idiot, so you shouldn't listen. But like I noticed whenever I studied like Malcolm X or like some guys like that, like in the black community that were saying some real shit, like, and what I heard, I was like, Malcolm X, wasn't he some kind of extremist, like crazy wacko? And then I started listening to what he said, and I was like, holy shit, like this dude was right, like they had him clipped. And I think that there's been a couple really influential people in the black community that were gunned down because they were moving the needle, I guess you would say. For example, one of them was like Nipsey Hussle. Like they said, oh, he just died because he gets shot being a gangbanger. It's like, did you listen to his rap? Actually, he's the only rapper that ever was writing rap songs for young black men, actually how to get money and like figure it out, like in the real world, like hustle, like do the right things. Like I basically agreed with a lot of his messages, and like it's just funny that a lot of people like that wind up meeting an early and unfortunate end. You know what I'm saying? And
I did read when I was in high school. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X. I remember I was one of the only kids that actually read it. It was in our AP Lit, I think, class. But all my
Yeah.
classmates just like read like the Cliff Notes, and I read the Cliff Notes for most of the books we read that year. But I always started every book, and then I'd read it for a little bit, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna actually read this one. Autobiography of Malcolm X, I actually read the whole fucking thing, and it's a huge book. It's like
was
600
it
or 700
fantastic or
pages.
what?
It was good. It was very good. I don't agree with Malcolm X on
I don't agree
basically
with him on
anything.
everything either.
The first part of the book is basically, it's kind of cool because it's like almost like The Godfather or something, where he's like it's from that era, and like he's like just a drug guy, like he's a drug dealer and a pimp, and it's like just kind of a cool story. But then he gets into, as the story goes on, he starts getting into the Nation of Islam and all that bullshit. But I mean, it's retarded. But yeah, but I mean, like he was though at the end, he was realizing that he was in a cult and all that shit, and then he got clipped by the other guys.
So with like real ones that move the needle. I mean, you could throw like, so I would, Charlie Kirk is now in that group for me, and I know I just made that group, but I'm thinking of like real ones, like I said, that were moving the needle in ways that people didn't want. I would say, oh, I just had one too. What the hell? I had another example, and it'll come to me in a minute.
I'm ready for President Vance.
Oh,
man.
JFK. I'm sorry. JFK
okay.
was another one, like in that bucket, like real ones that were like moving the needle and like real shit and like meeting an unfortunate end. You know what I mean? Like ideas are very, very powerful things, man. And so I do think there's something to that. Like Charlie Kirk was not a nobody. This is pretty consequential, as he was one of these young real ones that was moving the needle in some ways.
You know what's interesting too about Charlie Kirk is
Trump in Arizona.
So many of these guys, like from the 60s and before, because before social media, they could just, whatever the narrative was, that was really the narrative, man. You know what I mean? It was so much easier to control the narrative before social media.
Oh yeah.
You only had so many. You had a couple of newspapers that were like, that guy's a problem. We got to take care of that guy. But at this point, like, it's so wide open. You can't take care of everybody. But so
what you read in the newspaper and what Roger Cronkite told you.
So they release more and more papers about Martin Luther King. He was a sack of shit, dude. Like he was, and then like there's nothing bad is going to come out about Charlie Kirk. He was exactly what he was. He was just a nice guy. He was 31 fucking years old, younger than me. Believe it or not, it's crazy.
Beautiful young family. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
A good human being. Good just every account. And again, I'm not a right.
He wasn't even like Charlie. I guarantee Charlie Kirk never called anybody a faggot. I'll call you a faggot all day. Like he's a nice guy.
I really don't like Ben Shapiro. You know what I mean? Like I'm 50-50 on like Matt Walsh. You know what I mean? I'm not saying every right wing guy. I mean, I would say it was fucked up if it was Shapiro, like just the same, but. Also, like, I don't think he moves the needle like that. Like, I don't really like, like Charlie Kirk, by all accounts, was a good man and a good human being. And you've heard it over and over and over again by like anybody who ever. Tim Pool had a nice piece on it. Like Tucker, like people that fucking Rogan, like people that really are in it and have major sway. All say that, like, so. Like I said, this is bigger than his politics. Not everyone's going to like his politics, but man, what a terrible fucking thing. Like a great dude, a beautiful family.
Like, Marshall just released some new helmets for this weekend. I'm going to pull them up real quick. I like them. They're fucking with me. I'm like, we got to get, I want them to get rid of the green helmets and never wear them again, by the way. Those didn't work out. Yeah. Cause we won them, but all they did was, like camo. It looks cool though. I'm into it. So, nice. But yeah, like you were just saying, like Charlie, I wasn't that into Charlie Kirk. Like I wasn't into it. I didn't care at all. I'd be
lying to you if I said I
meant
absolutely to this podcast nothing every day. Right. Exactly.
But yeah, it's just crazy. Like you were saying about Ben Shapiro too. Don't particularly care for Ben Shapiro. Sister's got a great rack. And I love the memes. I love the memes where it's like, well, but this is a great woman, but my sister is a beautiful woman and she has an enormous rack or whatever the whole
Right.
like Ben Shapiro thing is. The incest Ben Shapiro thing is funny. But like obviously, like this is fucking sickening, dude. Like I literally like when I had to like chill out earlier. Like when I saw the video when it first came out of him,
Oh,
the
yeah.
close-up shot, I watched it one time and I went, oh my God. And like I was like a little
Yeah.
shaken. Then I watched it again because I wanted to make sure that it didn't look like AI.
Right.
And I watched the second time and I was like, man, I thought I was tough. I'm a kind of a pussy apparently because this was a lot.
Yeah.
I had to like go drink a beer, hit the vape a few times, like just chill, give the dogs some pets. But like, yeah, that was rough, man.
I can get fiery, but I'm mostly, cynical and like I follow
Yeah.
the money and that kind of guy. So it takes a lot to get me fired up. I typically don't, even though I have strong opinions. I don't get fired up. I try to be very like stoic or rational, even though I get excitable when I talk. But I had the same immediately. I could see why this struck a nerve because it struck a nerve for me too. And I'm not like that. I was like, damn, like that's fucked. Like, and you saw it writ large across the internet. There was a lot of people where this really struck a nerve, and
And like,
yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
you just start seeing people like, fuck you, unfriend me if you don't feel this way, or like I'm unfollowing everybody who feels this kind of way, or like it was immediate, like
Yeah,
people felt
because
some kind of way on both sides.
this is evil.
Right.
It's just evil. That's all it is. Like there's really no
There's no
either
place
side
for
of
it.
the aisle you're on. It's this is evil. This is wrong.
Right. That's well said.
And that's why, like, just to bring it all back to bring it all full circle. That's why Trent's fucking dead to me right now. I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk, who purposely went out of his way to troll and harass those he didn't agree with. That's a not true statement. That's not at all what Charlie Kirk did.
By the way, it was a little bit under the radar for me, I will admit. So to his other point, like I've not seen a lot on the school shooting elsewhere. I get that. That's also terrible and horrific and is horseshit and needs to stop. So
but it's
not
also
just Charlie Kirk. I get
but
that.
the way he in the way that everyone who's made that point tonight is making that point is disingenuous. They don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
They're trying to go, well, what about this? But it's like, well, what about it? What about it?
Right.
That's fucking reprehensible as well. And Charlie Kirk, when he was killed, was answering the question about the fucking transgender gun violence thing that we've got going on right now. Because we've created a bunch of fucking psychopaths.
Horrible, man.
Ugh. But yeah, Poland. I think Poland. Real quick, I want to say I think Poland would wipe. If the problem is nukes fuck everything up, but traditional like if nukes didn't exist, conventional warfare, Poland would wipe the floor with Russia. I think Poland's tough. Even in NATO, obviously NATO changes the whole equation, but Poland on its own is tough.
Sure.
That's a fucking success story, dude. If you've ever seen one, Poland, 2005, Poland was like the British used to bitch about Polish people coming to it because they were European Union. You had freedom of movement through all the European Union nations, and all these Polish people would go work in England, and they would do like the jobs that are now done. Well, actually, that's the crazy thing too. We used to bitch because these Polish people go to England and they would do like low menial jobs, and then they would send all the money back to Poland. Well, now we've got people who come from
United States. Yeah.
But now we've got people in England who come from like Algeria, or not even Algeria, Iraq or whatever. They don't do anything, and they just get money, and they send it all back. So, but anyway, Poland is now like a legit economy. It's a legit country.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too. Is Poland? I'm going to pull this up real quick and show you. You go ahead, whatever you're saying, but there's one stat that I read about Poland yesterday that blows my mind. I'm pulling it up. Go ahead.
I think this is more like I said, as I described it to you, like you have two factions kind of like trying to push it, send message to the other, or like, hey, stop, or like we'll do this. Because much of what we see, and the part that makes the Gaza thing so terrible is like that one. They're just legitimately fucking ruining the place, blowing up every building and killing women and children. Fine, let's set that aside. But the point being, the rest of the war, even though there's people dying, and it's not to downgrade it, or like obviously plenty of Ukrainian and Russians have died, and it's terrible. But for the most part, modern war is not World War II style now. It's
No.
they're messing with each other. They're doing ports. They're doing gas pipelines. They're doing infrastructure. They're doing economic warfare. They're doing sanctions. Like the Poland thing, I don't think was to blitzkrieg Poland. I think it was kind
No,
of
but they were fucking with them.
to defend the Qatar Iran side, if you will,
Yeah.
after a fucked up attack from the Israel. The blah blah blah. Like
The thing that
anyway.
blows my mind about Poland, real quick, is
Yeah.
ethnic groups. Poland, 98.8% of the Polish population is Polish. 96.3% are only Polish. 2.6% are Polish and other. Only 1.1% of their population is non-Polish.
So would we be nationalists for saying that that's fantastic and we wish it was more that way?
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. I didn't.
But that makes
I
you
don't-
a
I don't-
nationalist, and we're white,
Yeah,
so
well.
we're white nationalists for noticing that having a defined
Homogenous
culture
society
that
is
you
nice.
guys actually all give a shit about is
No.
awesome. Like and
Yeah,
good.
and in the United States is just a broadly European culture, but it's a
Right.
European culture. Just to be honest with you, I hate to say it. I want to go back
Yeah.
to the era where people look at me and they go, that's the kind of person we don't want around here. You know what I mean?
I have four I can tell you this. I live firmly middle class suburbs in Chicago.
Poles are great.
Like
I love Poles.
I have four Polish families on my block. They couldn't be nicer. They all stick together. They all fly the Polish flags when somebody has a birthday or an anniversary or whatever. They all keep their houses immaculate. They're all they're some of the nicest and most well-rounded people. But yeah, they stick together, dude. Like it's
Yeah.
they're all Polish.
Well,
They know where they
they're
all live, and
behind. They're behind that's Western Europeans stuck to the whole. We've talked about this before, and let's try not to get too crazy, but the whole trajectory of Western society has been to remove that family structure and to create
100%.
more taxpayers and job workers. The Eastern Europeans are just behind Western Europeans. I'm sure in 20 years the Poles will all probably be like us, but yeah, that's the way to go, and that's crazy. And that's why
runway at 99%.
when Indians come to the United States, that's why everybody who owns a trucking company now, his last name is Patel. They actually stick together and do that. That's the smart way to do things. You should build wealth as a family. There's no reason for. I mean, it's annoying, it's irritating, but you should buy when my mother's family first came to the United States, early 1900s. They came over on a boat with Ellis Island. They bought a fucking 3-story building in the Bronx, and they lived each family was on a floor. You know what I mean? I'm not suggesting we all do that, but there needs to be more. We need to be more. There's no Eventually, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have kids. I'm not gonna kick my kids out when they turn 18.
Right.
I would like for my kids to start their life. I'm gonna honestly, I'll probably try to be involved in that. I'll be let's get you a job. Let's start a business together. Let's just I'll fucking help you out. I'm gonna be a free laborer for you, and I'll be a free advisor. Let's get you a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
dude. I think it's extremely important, man. Your heritage and your culture and the family, like we talked about, and you back to the destruction of the family. So it's cool the cultures that get it right. And you get why, and by the way,
we all used to get it right. Though is the thing. All cultures used to.
Yeah.
Our let me go. I gotta pee again. I'm on beer number 5 now.
Well,
real quick.
So I gotta point to that though. To the point. Sorry.
All right, let me go pee real quick and then make that point.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man.
No, you're good. So we were. I don't know how spicy I want to get with this one. I'm trying not to.
Yeah,
be-
it's tough. It's tough.
I'm trying not to be inflammatory here, but yeah, like so, like I don't advocate for bullying, but like let's just say like uh the social conformity part is really important, and like so you remember, or when I guess I'm older than you, like if you came out and were like, like I like Barbies and wearing women's dresses when I was like 10, 11, 12, like you would get your ass kicked. Everyone would be like nerd and like, or somebody would give him a swirly
We
or
had a
like,
kid.
don't talk to that kid.
We had a
And
kid
I
in
mean, that's
kindergarten
not,
whose favorite color was
yeah,
pink, and we used to mock the shit out of him.
right, right. And I'm not saying, and you say, well, some kids get, they shouldn't get bullied and like it kills their self-esteem and they kill themselves. And hey, that's all terrible. I'm not agreeing with any of that. I'm saying though that there was social pressure to, for better or worse, kind of conform, or there was like
Right.
social stand. That wasn't a bad thing. Like there was bad things like that when people take it too far, or kids who not advocating for that, but I'm
Dude,
saying
there were definitely
extrapolate that.
there were definitely
Extrapolate that.
experiences that I had in my life that
Right.
thankfully I was kind of like I was being weird, and my peers like as a kid were like made fun of me, and I corrected my behavior.
Right.
And like looking back at it now as a fully adjusted adult, I'm like, yeah, you were being a fucking weirdo. I'm
just
glad
like-
my, you know,
Just like you say now, like some of these kids, like when you're out in public, you're like, somebody needs to like
yeah,
hit that little kid in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like you used to be that way. And I'm not advocating for hitting kids. I'm saying like somewhere in between the two is more the right answers. But the cultures who stayed more traditional and more homogenous and kept the values, they're doing better. Like
yes,
a total free for all. It went from you used to get bullied for being LGBTQ, and then you found out it was just a phase and you weren't really, to I'm going to get arrested if I don't call you the right pronoun. We've gone so far off the fucking rails. Like
so, and that's the crazy thing too. Just
right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish your thought.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry,
just
sorry.
it's we've completely flipped it on its head, have we not? And all this stuff. Like everybody's a victim and everybody must, speak their truth, and there is no conformity and social.
This is gonna sound like I think you're gonna know what I'm saying though, and you're gonna agree with me. So there's something to be said for your traditional gays and your traditional lesbians. They're
Right.
a lot of them are considered TERFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists. A lot of them are like, like the gay guys, but they're just like regular gay guys. They have sex with
Right.
men, they love men, but they're it doesn't define everything about them. They don't expect special treatment other than beyond like, dude, just like don't like attack
Right.
me. They just
Don't-
want to be treated like normal people.
You mean that
there's-
they're just regular people that do that
Yes.
behind closed doors, and they don't do drag time story hour?
It's not even behind closed doors. It's fine. I don't really care if there's two guys holding hands walking down the street. Like that doesn't bother me at all. I don't I don't agree with that personally. But whatever. Then it became like this thing with these people where it's actually about exerting power over social situations where it's
Right.
like, no, I'm non-binary. My pronouns are Z and Them, and if you
Right.
don't say those, like I'm gonna go to HR and you're gonna lose your fucking job.
Right. You used to try to present that to class, and you'd
Yeah.
get left out of the classroom, and everybody'd be like, "We're
Yeah.
not going to do that."
And then
shit.
those kids too.
Like,
Also, those people
you know?
act like they've like actually dealt with like homophobia, and it's like, no, you haven't though. Like the actual
Right.
people that dealt with homophobia would be like, gay guys who were like in the 70s, like dealing with like getting like actual. I don't know. It's different, but like I like your Tommy. I don't know if you've met Tommy. Tommy's a great normal gay guy. He's gay. Tommy's a gay
Oh, this
guy,
is
but
not.
like it's
This
not
is
like
not anti-gay.
no, not at all. But like what I'm
most
saying is like
normal-
Tommy's a normal fucking person.
I was gonna
And
say,
like
most
being gay
normal
is the only thing that
people-
defines Tommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Most normal gay people are not on board with the shit that's going on,
Yeah.
and they don't want women in sports, and they don't want
And a lot of-
GTQ cus IA.
Yeah.
Like they're not down with all that shit. They're
Yeah,
just
because
regular
the
gay
plus
people.
the
That's
plus
fine.
is always kind of tends close to pedophilia too.
Right. Oh, we can't even go down that So
Yeah,
we're
I
gonna
know.
not. But yes, of
Yeah.
course it is. The map and that shit. Yes.
Hey, Jake, shut the fuck up. You're a faggot. I'm not interested. Just shut up.
Who's Dr.
Uh,
Garth?
That's Jake.
Oh.
He's bored and lazy. Or lazy, not lazy, but he is lazy.
Either way,
But
now that we've pissed off absolutely everybody, and again, we're not trying to. We're just.
I don't think we
bullshitting.
pissed off. I think we've had great discussion this evening.
Like, just trying to be objective here, okay? Like, nobody, everybody has the right to not be fucked with, like, in public, to be safe, to be, all these things. Like, no one's saying that everybody should be ridiculed or cast away or whatever, like, people take it too far. But social cohesion and social norms are good. And sometimes, like, being an alpha male is good because the big gorilla needs to knock the little gorilla on the head sometimes. Like, that's just nature. Like, some of this stuff is okay, and we've taken it 180 the other way. Like, it's gone too far, and now, so yeah, we're getting people celebrating, gunning down people
Which
in
is
public.
crazy.
It's fucking terrible, man. Like, I don't know how. Yeah.
Nobody wants a society where we're gunning down political people. Like, it's crazy. Nobody
Would
wants
you
that.
ever like even be like happy for that, regardless of
No, it's
who?
crazy.
Like, what the fuck?
The last time we've been in a political climate like this was like 100 years ago, and it wasn't good. Like, I can't imagine Archduke Ferdinand getting assassinated today. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's not good. I don't like any of that. It's bad.
Right.
It was kind of based, though, just to be honest with you, when the people in Nepal were like, yeah, I don't like our communist government anymore. And they just like broke into the palace. And like, I saw a video where they had like some government minister running through a river, like naked, and they're just like chasing him and whipping him. I was like, America needs a little bit of that every once in a while. I think like every couple hundred years, I think you need some of that to keep things. So it's in the the political memory, kind of keeps things honest. Jake, I just want to talk to you, Jake, to be honest with you. I'm not interested. I'm irritated with you. I'm irritated with Trent. I'm not in the mood. Like, it's like you tweeted something earlier. Let me look at it again real quick. Hang on. You tweeted something. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Don't get mad at me. You can get mad at me if you want, but I'm not, like, no one's obligated to give you a voice. What is this? The two of you hate me now. No, again, like,
no.
It's just
Stop.
like what
Stop,
are we?
dude.
Yeah.
We're all good, dude.
Yeah, it's
Nothing but love for you,
Um,
Jake. I wish you the best, man.
Yeah.
Just be cool.
Yep, just be cool. How's you still got a little bit of time to hang out, or you want to get out of here?
I got like 5 more minutes. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Let's go free card. What do you got? Give me something. Anything you want to talk about?
Shit, I don't even know.
No.
Are
Are you back on the ganja?
Yes, a little bit. A little bit.
That's good.
Nice. Yeah.
I was hoping we'd see Fax tonight. He's busy. He's building a house right now, but he's definitely going to be involved. But
What a slacker.
yeah, I know. Fax. Hello, Fax. Fax is a great guy. It's funny
Out of
too
the
because
facts.
like a year ago, this time like last year, Fax was like telling me like, Luke, you should kill yourself. Because but like Fax and I like Charlie Kirk would have encouraged. We had a discussion. We talked things out. We came to a conclusion. Now Fax is one of my best friends.
Right.
So, but yeah, Fax is building a house right now. But he's into because he got perfect timing. By the way, he was in the military basically during the Biden administration.
Yeah.
So as long as you were in the military during Biden and you weren't deployed to Afghanistan, you were fine. You were pretty safe. So, and now he's out. He's going to Austin P. I like Austin P. I think they're governors, maybe. And then
I think they're a decent school for real. Yeah.
they're Division I. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about.
I don't know
them.
about sports. I just mean like academic.
Yeah.
Like, it's a decent school.
Marshall's new athletic director came from Austin P. We just hired him.
No,
He kind of looks like Grimace. It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
But yeah, so
Dude, so to also shout out Facts that we were talking, we did exchange a couple football related messages, and man, they have a special one in Tyler Warren, so that was pretty awesome.
Facts
Like, that
fucking
kid,
hates Daniel
kid's-
Jones.
that
During
kid's a
the
monster.
game on Sunday, I kept like just messaging in the group chat. I'm like, Facts doesn't know ball. Facts is quiet right now because he was just like, I fucking hate Daniel Jones. I want nothing but the worst from him.
I
We're
don't know, a couple
fucked
more-
because he's like, we're fucked because we started Daniel Jones.
No, couple more games like that, he might like Daniel Jones. Is all I'm saying. The Colts looked pretty darn good. Now it was,
He's got to eat some crow.
it's 1 week. It's 1 week. But Tyler Warren was an absolute animal. They lined him up everywhere. He was awesome. So I am a proud Tyler Warren owner this week. That's like he's like poor man's Brock Bowers here already. So
Yeah.
good for the Colts. Good for Facts.
Yeah.
The Colts are actually going to be. They're going to do it for Irsay, right? It's going to be like that'll be it was all for Jim.
Well, they're fucked once his daughter gets involved because she's like down there on the sideline with the headphones
Is that
on.
who's taking it over?
Yeah, his daughter. Yeah. They're
Oh wow.
fucked. Yeah, and she's like gonna be worse than Jerry Jones. I can just tell.
That's been the Bears' problem. Like since the McCaskey, like his kids took over or whatever, the McCaskies, like and wife and whatever, it's not been good.
Back in the day, you weren't able to pass down your football team because of the inheritance tax, but they've done something with that where you're able to do it now. Because
Yeah,
Irsay,
there's-
if anybody, like Irsay, I feel like had no money outside the team, right?
Right, but a lot of them aren't publicly traded, like the Packers are, right?
yeah.
Like Man
Yeah,
U was
yeah.
publicly traded. They're the only one, but like if you're private, they got good trust lawyers to like figure all that out.
That's what's
Exactly.
going on.
Estate planners and all that.
But there
they're
was
getting
a
really good at it.
time where it was difficult to do that because there have been NFL owners that wanted to pass down the team to their children and weren't able to.
Yeah.
So something changed over like the last 30, 40 years. But it's just like anything else, if like you're rich enough, like you don't have to pay like taxes. Just to be
Yep.
honest with you. So unfortunately for me, I'm poor, so I owe the IRS 10 grand. We're gonna work through that though. Me and
Yeah.
the IRS.
We're also
All right,
in
buddy.
Gulag.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Fuck it. YOLO.
It's gonna go either way, but it won't be uninteresting. That's for sure, buddy.
No, it'll be great. Hopefully, I can live stream from the gulag.
Maybe we'll get canceled for shit we said during this talk. Who knows?
That's fine. I cancel me, please. I don't think we will, Chad. Our average viewer during this has been 1. There's been somebody though during the entire show. I don't know if it was Hoodie. I don't know if it was Anastasia. I don't know if it was Sean. No, it wasn't Sean because Sean popped in and out. But whoever has been our steady viewer, I appreciate
Yeah.
you. You're a great
If you
person.
made it this far, you're a trooper.
Yeah. Check in on we'll get some K-Gun stuff going. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That was my bad. I actually didn't drink the night before. That one I just was exhausted. I just slept till 11. But that was
We had a
bad.
good week.
My bad.
We had a good week. It was a good start.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad you got Don's Jewelers picks anyway, so it all worked out.
All right, buddy.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, later on.
I'm going back to the place that I used to call home. Back to the place where the antelope never roamed. Wild West Virginia, home of the naive. This boy'd be mighty pleased to see them rolling hills. Rolling hills. No, I don't like John Denver, but I always will remember those rolling hills. I got a backwoods woman, underprivileged mama, farmer in the dale. Crooked politicians, craters, bomb roads. But oh, I love it so, those rolling hills.